In this video, we will see how to log in Gmail account using Selenium and Python. At first, we'll create a folder by right-clicking on desktop, and then I'm choosing new folder. And once the new folder is there, then we have to rename it like Gmail account login. I just put a name of this folder, account login, and once a folder is created, then we have to write our Python code. So before doing that, we need to use some editor like Visual Studio Code or TextPad or Notepad++ or PyCharm, anything you can use, but I will use Visual Studio Code for this tutorial. So to open Visual Studio Code, press Command key and it's all together, and then type this spotlight search will be there, and then type Visual Studio Code. So once the Visual Studio Code is open, then what you have to do, we will link this folder to this Visual Studio Code. So to link this two things, we have to go file, and then we have to click on open. Once the open window is appeared, then we have to go to the desktop because that folder is on desktop. Okay, and there is one thing, Gmail account login. Okay, so we need to click here Gmail account login, so it will link that folder to our Visual Studio Code. So once we link the folder, then we need to set up the virtual environment. To set up the virtual environment, we can use terminal. So I'm going to click terminal, and then I'm going to click new terminal, and the new terminal window will be appeared at the down. Okay, so here we have to type the necessary command to set up the virtual environment. So we will use pip environment to set up the virtual environment. So I'm going to write the command pip3, then install pipenv. So pip3 install pip environment, it will install pip3 environment. So if it is installed there or not, doesn't matter. So once you write there this command, just hit return key of your keyboard, and then you'll see this type of thing. That means it is installed successfully, something like that. Okay, so once the pip3 environment is installed successfully, okay, then we have to switch to pip3 environment. Okay, so we can write the command pip environment, then shell. So we must have to write this command to install the necessary packages later, like Selenium. Okay, so once we write pip environment shell, then we have to hit return key again, and then you'll see that it is switching that pip environment. Okay, and you can see here details. Okay, now for Selenium, we need to install Selenium. So we'll install Selenium in this virtual environment by typing the command pip environment, then Selenium install install Selenium. So once you write pip environment install Selenium, it will install Selenium on this virtual environment. And once you write this thing, just hit return key, and it will start installing. It will take some time based on the computer internet speed and performance. And once it is done, then you will get the confirmation that it is installed successfully. Okay, like success. Okay, so now let's create the file to automate our Gmail login. So here is the main folder, Gmail account login, and we can create folder file by clicking this icon. If you move your cursor on top of this, it will show you new file, or alternately you can create file, new file from here also you can do, or by using some shortcut. So I'm using the easiest way, Gmail login. So I'm clicking here, and then I'm typing like Gmail, for example, Gmail dot, and this is a Python file obviously, so we have to put the py.py at the end of this script, and then hit enter key, and then the Gmail Python window will be there. I mean the editor will be there. So now Visual Studio pop up this type of warning, like it is trying to install linter pylint is not installed. So let's install it, so it will help later. Okay, so it is installing. There is no harm to install this. This is actually a plugin, you can install that easily, and there is an autopep which will actually install later. When it pop up, it will actually format the code. Okay, now let's start the coding. So to use Selenium, at first we need to import the WebDriver package. So WebDriver package is located under Selenium, so we have to type from Selenium. So Selenium is there because you already installed Selenium, that's why it is coming Selenium. Then we choose Selenium, then we have to import WebDriver. Okay, so we imported WebDriver, and we are going to login Gmail. So the URL for Gmail login is like http colon www.gmail.com. so this is the URL, right? So we can also use HTTPS for secure logging, and this is the logging to Gmail. So we can create a string like URL and assign this string to this variable URL string, URL this one and this one. So this is the variable URL and this URL is pointing to this Gmail account, which is a string. So using Python, this is a common Python syntax, we use that. So now we have to create the driver. Okay, so to create the driver, we can write the command driver equal then webdriver dot, then we are using Chrome driver. We'll use Chrome for this tutorial, CHRO Chrome, and inside it we have to put the executable path equal, and then we have to set the executable path. But still now we didn't download this Chrome driver, so we need to download this Chrome driver. So to download this Chrome driver, we have to open the browser. So let's open the browser. So once you open the browser, then go to selenium.dev, this website, and from here you will find downloads. So we need to download driver, so go almost the down and then you will find browser. So click the browser, and from there you have to choose the Chrome this driver, because we are using Chrome. So we have to go to the documentation, and then from here you'll see all versions available in downloads. So we have to click downloads to see the downloads options. So right now we are seeing multiple download options are there, but which one we'll use? So to do this thing, we have to check which version of Chrome is installed on our computer. So we have to open Chrome browser, and from there we have to check. So I'm going to open Chrome browser. So this is the Chrome browser, and we have to check the version. So to check the version, we have to click this three dot, and then we have to come this help, and then about Google Chrome. So you have to check and click there. So once you click there, then it will show you the Chrome version, and it is showing that Google Chrome is up to date and version. This is the version. So 81.0.404492, this one. Okay, so we need to download this version of Chrome, right? So here we are seeing 81, right? This is 81044. So this is 81, this version. So we need to download the driver for this version. So just click here to start downloading, and it will give you this window. And we are using Mac computer, so we'll download this Mac version. But if you use other version of computer like Windows or Linux, then use the other download option. So just click there to download, and it will start downloading, and it will download completely. And we don't need this thing, so we can close this thing, and we also don't need this thing, we can also close this thing. Okay, done. So I'm going to the download folder. Once the download is complete, I just open the download folder. So my download folder is under downloads. So this is the download folder, and we see that Chrome driver is there. So here is the Chrome driver we just downloaded. I previously downloaded other version, that's why there is two versions. Okay, so this is the latest one. So to extract this, we have to double click, and then it will extract, and it will give you this Chrome driver. Okay, so we need to put this folder in your driver so that our code could easily organize. So what we can do, we can go to the desktop folder here, and then inside it we can create a folder like utilities, and inside this utilities we will put this driver. So I'm dragging and dropping here there, so it will move to there. Okay, now we need to find out the path, because in my Visual Studio Code we need to set up the path where it is located. Okay, so what we can do, we can right click and click on get info, and then it will show you the path. So from here to here we can actually copy, right click, copy. I'm copying this path, and then I'm closing this window, and then I'm going to open Visual Studio. So here we are putting the path. So let me minimize this thing actually, like this way, so the window will be bigger. Okay, so this is the path, but the thing is that this is the path where it is located, but it is not pointing to this file. So what we have to do, we have to put /Chrome driver. So this is the path. So this is the path we can put, replace it with a variable, right? So we can make a string, and we can replace this with that string. Okay, so I'm going to Control X cut, and then we are putting like driver location. chro chrome driver location. So we are defining one variable, and inside this variable I'm defining that path. Okay, so this is the path which you copied, and then here we can actually put this path like chrome driver location, right? So basically this is the whole path. This is the whole path, or is the chrome driver located, and then here we are using this thing in the webdriver.Chrome, and which driver it will use? This driver. So now we are ready for the driver. Now our driver is ready. We can use this driver to open Google Chrome, and then after opening Google Chrome we can actually open the Gmail thing. Okay, so let's open the URL in that browser. So I'm typing the command driver.get. There is a get method to open the browser, sorry, to open the URL on the browser, and then we have to type the URL. So this is the URL. So what we have done till now, so basically we created two variables on its URL, which is the desired URL where we want to login, and then we created another variable, and here we put the path of the driver, and then we are creating on driver, and inside the driver we are using webdriver.Chrome because we are using Chrome, and then inside it we put the path, where is the path of the driver, and finally we are writing driver.get method URL to open the browser. So let's run the application and check whether it is working or not till now. So I'm going to click this run button, or you can right click and then you can choose run Python file in terminal. So I'm just click there, and then it will open the Chrome browser, and it is also opening in Chrome, and that means our code is working fine. And now we need to go for next step. That means we need to put the username and the next button. So let's do it now. Before that we need to inspect these elements. So basically in this page there are two elements. One is email, and there is next button. So basically we need to inspect these two elements, and then we can start exploring the next step. So I'm going to right click and then I'm choosing inspect here, and then it will pop up the inspect window. I'm going to put it down so that it will be there, right? I'm clicking this dot, and then I'm putting choosing this thing dock to bottom, and this will be coming down. So now inspect, click here, and then click email or phone, where we need to type the username. So here we are seeing this part is the main thing to put our username, and there is ID, so we'll use this ID, so identifier ID. So I'm going to copy this thing, and then we have to write the expression to automate this part. So I'm typing driver done find element, we have ID, and then we are typing that ID. So that ID I already copied, and I put that this is the ID which I'm showing, this ID, identifier ID. Okay, so here then we have to put the Gmail username. So suppose our username is like ABC something. Okay, so after that we need to write the command send keys, and then we have to type the username. So let me create another variable for our username. So we can create another one like Gmail username. So here we'll create the Gmail username. Suppose my Gmail username is like FewSteps.email. Okay, this is my Gmail address. Okay, so now we can call this variable Gmail username, then it will initialize here. So I'm typing Gmail username. Okay, so it will type the Gmail here by this line. So what it is doing, it is selecting that ID, that means this field, and then after that it is writing some text or a string, which is Gmail username, and we are using send keys method. Okay, so this part is done. Then after writing the Gmail address, what we have to do, we have to click next button. So we need to inspect this element. So I'm going to click this thing, inspect again, and then I'm clicking next button. So here we see next. So if we move our cursor, still we are selecting, and this div, basically this div, the whole div is actually this next button. So what we can do, we can actually check this ID. I think this ID will work. So basically we can copy this ID, right click, copy, and we'll use this to click this next button. Okay, so once we choose the username, then we have to type the command or expression driver dot find element by id, because we also find another id, and then we are putting that id. So this is the id, right? Identifier next, yes, this is the. And then what we have to do here, we have to click here, right? Instead of sending anything, we have to click here. So that's why we have to use click method dot click. Okay, so this part is clear, I think so. So what we did, we opened the Gmail page, then after that we are putting the username here, and then after that we are clicking next button to go to the next page. Okay, so this part is done. So here we can use some wait, because we don't know, sometimes the internet speed is slow, or for your computer it might be slow, so at the time the script will not work. So what we can do, we can put some wait here. After opening the URL, we can put wait till it gets this ID. I mean, if the page is not loading, then this script will fail because it will not find this ID. So we can do add some wait. So I'm typing some implicit wait. So I'm typing driver dot implicit wait. Suppose the wait time is like 60 seconds, for example. You can put like 10 seconds, that is also fine. It depends on the internet speed. Okay, so just make just to be safe, we put 6 seconds. Okay, so the code, how it will do, it will open the URL, and then after that it will wait until it finds those element, and then after that it will once find this element, then it will put the username, and then it will click on this button. Okay, so let's test till this part, then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so I'm going to quit this thing browser, and then we will run this program again. So we don't need this thing. I'm going to delete this thing, delete. Okay, this is our whole code. So I'm going to right click, and then I'm choosing run Python in terminal. Okay, then it will open the browser. It is opening, and then it's going Gmail, and then it's putting username, and then it already put the next button. That's why it came, and it is asking the password. Now we need to put the password and next. Okay, so what do we have to do here? So we have to inspect this element again, and then we have to click next button, then it will log in our Gmail account. So let's inspect this element again. Right click, then inspect, and then move this console or developer tool to down. So I'm clicking this three dot, and then I'm choosing this thing, dock to bottom, and it will come here. Now inspect this element again. So this is the password field. So here we are seeing this is the password field, and let me check which element we can take. Here there is no ID, but there is name, so we can use this name. Right click, copy. So we'll use this name to inspect this element. So I'm going to write the command driver dot find element by name. So we'll use this one, and then we have to type that name. So this is the name of the element, and then dot send keys, because we need to type the password. So like the previous way, we can actually create a variable where it should put the put some password. So let me put the password here by creating a variable gmail underscore password, and then suppose the password is like abc123. Suppose this is my password, but you have to put your password. This is not definitely my password. My password is different, but I'm showing you just to show you. Okay, but you have to type your own password. So once you are there, then come to down, and then we have to put gmail password. Okay, so here it is putting the gmail password, and before doing this thing, we also need to check whether this page is loading or not. So we can use the wait, because once the first page is there completed, then when you click next button, then this page will come. So sometimes it is slow, or it might be slow, I don't know, but you also don't know. So to be safe side, we can put a wait time over there also. So I'm typing the wait time here, so it will wait, and then actually once it's find the element, then it will put the password. Okay, so all the password is done, then we have to click next button, right? So again inspect this next button, click next, and then we have to choose, we have to click there. So let's figure out which is the best element. So this is div, this is div, this is div. I think this is the id, this button. So here see, you see this is button and id. So if we use this, I think it will work. So what I'm doing, I'm just double clicking and I'm copying this id name, copy. So here we'll use id. Okay, so now let's do one thing, driver dot find element by id, right? Not elements, it should be element, right? Because we have only one element, and then after that we have to type the id. So this is the id, and then what we have to do, we have to click. So we are using the click function. Okay, now it is done. So once it is done, then you hit next button. Okay, so here I think everything is fine. So let me try to log in. So I'm going to quiet this window, and then we'll run this program again. So right click and then run Python file in terminal. Let's see. Definitely it will fail because we this password is not correct, but I'm just typing. So yes, it will fail. I told you wrong password. Okay, so right now what I'll do, I'll put the actual password of my Gmail account, and then I will hit next button. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to quiet this thing, and I'll change my password here. So once I change my password, then RSQ is fine. Then we can run the application. So to run the application, again we are doing right click and then uh, click on run Python file in terminal, and let's see whether it is working properly or not. So it is opening Gmail, putting Gmail username, password, and then it is hitting next button. Once it complete all the steps, now we see that it is able to log in the Gmail account by using the username and password and that script, and that script is made by using Selenium and Python all together. Hopefully by watching this video you are able to automate your Gmail, so every time you don't need to do logging your Gmail account manually, you can run the script and it will do everything for you. And I feel it's very easy and straightforward. It's not complicated. The main difficulty part was I feel so how to use Selenium and Python all together and how to inspect the elements. These three are the main difficulties, but I feel the way I try to describe or demonstrate you, it will be easier for you to understand and learn the details and clearly. So hopefully you will be able to create your own script, and I will also put the whole script in down of the description of this video. You can check that description to check the code. And so just to review, so what we did so far, so at first we imported the Selenium WebDriver, and then we created couple of variables like on for URL, and then what is the location of the driver. This is the full location, full path, and then what is the Gmail username and what is the password, this thing. Okay, and then we created a driver, WebDriver thing, and we assign in a driver, and here we put from where the Chrome driver will be loaded. Okay, and then we open the URL, and after opening the URL, what we are doing, we are waiting for a few seconds till we get the page loaded completely. And then once the page load is successful, then we are inspecting the element and we are putting our username, and after that we are clicking next button to go to the next page. And next page, before loading, we again use the wait time, implicit wait, and if the element is visible, then it is working continuously. And once this page is loaded successfully, then it is finding or trying to find the element password field, and then it is putting the password here, and after that it is clicking next button, and finally it will be able to log in your Gmail account. So in this way you can actually easily open, I mean automate your Gmail login using Selenium and Python all together. Hopefully this video will help you, and if you face any difficulty, there is a link down below which will show you how to fix that. Many times you might get problem that you are unable to automate or run this script for your Gmail. So for that case, check the down video below. I will show you in that video how to fix those type of scenario if your Gmail account login fail, or if your if this script is not working for your case, then how can you easily fix. I'll describe that in that video. And last thing is that if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you dislike, also you can really dislike, then you can click the dislike button also. And finally, subscribe our channel for more videos, and thank you for watching the video.